Hello, my dear children. Welcome to Learner's Planet. Children, today we will study about living and non-living things. So, children, this is the session 1 about living and non-living things. Children, we see a wide variety of things around us. So children, some are living things while some are non-living things. So children, we can see in the picture the girl is a living thing, but she is painting on the pot. That pot is a non-living thing. The clock is non-living thing. This television is also a non-living thing. These toys are non-living things. And this cat and fish are living things. Okay, children? Are you all clear with living and non-living things? So, children, we can see that living things need food, water and air to stay alive. But non-living things do not need any of these. They do not need food, water and air because they are not alive. And non-living things cannot even eat, drink or breathe. Only living things can eat, drink or breathe. Okay, children? This is the difference between living things and non-living things. Now, children, we will study about living and non-living things. So, what are living and what are non-living things? Children, all animals and plants are living things. Even the birds are also living things. And you can see in this picture, human beings are also living. So children, these all pictures show that they all are living things. So children, let us learn how living things are different from non-living things. Children, living things move. Living things can move on their own. For example, the dog. A dog is running on its own. The man is walking on its own. Same way, horse, fishes, birds, they move on their own. And even animals move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. Okay, children? So you can see in all the pictures that all are living things, because they all can move on their own and they move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. Okay, children? So we will see the examples. These are the examples of animals. Animals move in search of food and shelter. So children, we can see that fish or shark or whale move with the help of the fins. Birds fly with the help of their wings. And some animals and human beings walk with the help of their legs. Okay, children? But children, plants are also living things. But plants do not move from place to place like animals, because they do not have to look for food. Children, always remember, animals have to look for food, but plants do not have to look for food. Why? Because green plants make their own food. So we can see the pictures. See the first picture, children. They can make their own food, like fruits and vegetables. But do you know, children, that plants also show movement in spatial ways? Yes, there are some plants which shows movement in spatial ways. For example, a lotus flower. Children, do you know that a lotus flower opens out at sunrise and it closes at night? So, this is the spatial way of plants. Same way, the leaves of the mimosa plant, which is also famously called as touch me not plant, closes when touched. So children, this is the picture of a touch me not plant, a mimosa plant, which closes when touched. Thus, we can say that plants also show movement. So these are some special kind of movements which plant shows. Children, have you seen chairs and books move on their own? Have you ever seen children? No. They cannot move on their own. They move only when someone moves them. Like you can see in this picture that a boy is moving a chair, or we can say that he is moving a sofa. Yes, children? So children, we can say that non-living things do not move on their own. Now we will see that how living things grow. Children, plants and animals grow with time. For example, a chick grows into a hen, a puppy grows into a dog, an apple seed grows into a small plant, and then it grows into a big apple tree. And from this apple tree, we can get many apples. And children, this is a very good example of how living things grow. Children, you might know that this is a baby girl. A baby girl first grows into a little sweet girl and then goes on to become a woman. Similarly, a baby boy grows into a man. So these are some very good examples of how living things grow. Children, would the clothes you wore as a baby fit you now? No. You can see in the picture, this boy is wearing the clothes of that time when he was a baby. But the clothes he wore as a baby can fit him now? No, it cannot fit, because when he was a baby boy, he was small, but then he grew into a little boy. So the clothes he wore as a baby would not fit him now. Children, have you seen doll and baseball bat grows in size? No. Why not? This is because they are non-living things. A non-living thing does not grow. So children, always remember that living things grow, but non-living things cannot grow. So children, now we will study and we will see that how living things breathe. Children, you must be knowing that all living things need air to breathe. So children, we breathe through our nose, and you can see in the picture, we can see and say that we breathe through our nose. Children, there are several other animals also which breathe through their noses. So children, these are some examples of animals that breathe through their noses. Children, but there are some animals such as fish that breathe through gills. So children, you can see in the picture, these are gills. Fishes breathe through their gills. That is why they are able to live in the water. Children, there are some other animals such as cockroaches, butterflies and mosquitoes that breathe through air holes in their body. So children, these are the pictures and examples of such animals that breathe through air holes. So children, always remember that all the insects breathe through air holes in their body. Children, there are plants that breathe through tiny holes in their leaves, because plants do not have nose like us, or they do not have gills like fish, or they do not have air holes like insects. So children, plants have tiny holes in their leaves and they breathe through these tiny holes. So children, you can see this picture. This is a picture of a leaf which is green in color, and on the leaf surface there are some tiny holes through which plants breathe. So these tiny holes through which plants breathe are called stomata. So children, this is a picture of stomata. Stomata are present on the leaves and they have tiny holes in their leaves through which plants breathe. So children, I hope you all enjoyed and studied some points about living things and non-living things. So children, we will continue this chapter in the next session. So children, do study and keep enjoying. Thank you children.